What if I told you that inside a forgotten cave, hidden beneath roots and shadows, lies a secret that even kings dared not face? A young princess once stepped inside, drawn by a whisper calling her name. But what she discovered was not treasure, not jewels, not gold, but something that would change her destiny forever. Dark eyes glowing in the silence. A broken crown waiting to be claimed. And a truth more terrifying than death itself. Will she escape the cave alive, or become part of its curse for eternity? Stay with me till the end of this story, because the lesson hidden here is one you must hear. And if you love mysterious, moral-filled stories that make you think, do not forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more spine-chilling tales. The forest was silent. Only the sound of leaves brushing against the wind filled the air. A young princess, dressed in silver silk, wandered deeper into the woods. Her golden crown gleamed faintly in the dim light. She was searching for the source of a strange echo. It was a deep hum, almost like a voice calling her name. Her heart beat faster with every step. The trees grew taller. Their twisted roots clawed out of the ground. The air became colder, carrying the smell of damp soil. The princess shivered but kept moving. At last, she reached the mouth of a cave. Dark. Silent. Breathing out a cold mist. Her hands trembled as she touched the rough stone. The surface was wet, slimy, almost alive. She hesitated, but the echo grew louder. It whispered again. Softly, slowly. She stepped inside. The light faded behind her. Shadows stretched across the walls, forming shapes that moved when she blinked. The cave smelled of earth, dust, and something bitter. Her shoes scraped against the stones. Each sound bounced back in 1,000 echoes. The deeper she went, the stronger the hum became. Suddenly, the ground shifted. A low rumble echoed through the cave. The princess froze, pressing her back against the wall. She felt the cold rock biting into her skin. From the darkness ahead, something stirred. A faint glow appeared. Green. Flickering. It was not fire. It was not light. It was eyes. 2 enormous eyes watching her in silence. The princess gasped, covering her mouth, but her breath betrayed her. The echo of her gasp rolled through the cavern like thunder. And then, a sound broke the silence. Not a roar. Not a growl. But a whisper. Her name. Spoken again, this time closer. The princess clutched her chest. Her heart pounded so loudly she feared the creature could hear it. The eyes blinked once. Twice. And then vanished into the dark. The princess stood frozen. Her knees weakened, and her hands clung to the damp wall. The silence was heavy, pressing against her ears. She wanted to scream, but her voice refused to come out. The cave smelled stronger now, iron, ash, and something burning deep inside. Her throat felt dry. She forced her feet forward, one step at a time. The glow returned. But this time it was not 2 eyes. It was many. Dozens. All blinking slowly in the darkness, surrounding her. Her breath caught. The air turned thick, almost choking her. The walls of the cave seemed to close in. From the shadows, a figure moved. Its outline was tall, thin, bending unnaturally. Its steps made no sound. The princess's ears rang, as if the cave itself was alive. She pressed her palms together, whispering a prayer. The figure stopped. The glowing eyes vanished all at once. Only silence. The princess took a step back. Her heel touched something soft. She turned slowly. Her blood turned cold. A tattered veil lay on the floor. It was white, stained with earth and red. It looked like it had belonged to another princess, long ago. The cave exhaled a deep, heavy breath. The air around her shook. And the whisper returned. This time not one voice, but many. All chanting her name. In unison. Closer. Louder. Till the walls trembled. The princess staggered backward. Her body trembled, but her eyes stayed fixed on the darkness ahead. The voices grew louder, swirling around her like a storm. Each word echoed through her bones. Her name repeated again and again, like a chant without end. The ground beneath her shook. Small stones rolled across the cave floor. A crack split open in the earth, glowing faintly with red light. Heat rushed upward, burning her skin. She raised her hand to shield her face, but the light blinded her. From the crack, smoke poured out. Thick. Heavy. It smelled of fire and decay. The voices rose higher, sharper, until they became a scream. Her ears rang in pain. She dropped to her knees, covering them with her hands. The smoke swirled, twisting into shapes. Faces. Empty eyes. Open mouths. They circled around her, whispering and screaming at once. The princess tried to run, but her legs refused to move. The cave floor pulsed beneath her like a beating heart. The red glow spread, crawling across the walls, filling every shadow. And then, silence. Everything stopped. The glow vanished. The smoke thinned. The voices faded. The cave returned to darkness. But when the princess looked up, she was no longer alone. A tall figure stood before her. Its skin pale as bone. Its cloak torn like ashes drifting in the wind. Its eyes, the same green glow that first called her name. And in its hand, it held a crown, identical to hers, but cracked, burned, stained with something dark. The figure lifted the crown slowly, and whispered again. Her name. The princess's breath caught in her throat. Her body shook as if the cold itself had seeped into her bones. The figure's hand trembled, but it never lowered the crown. Its glowing eyes pierced through the darkness, unblinking. The cave was utterly silent, yet she felt as though hundreds of unseen eyes still watched her. The crown in the figure's hand cracked louder, a sound like breaking stone. Fragments chipped away and fell to the ground, ringing against the cave floor. Each fragment released a faint hiss, as if alive. The princess stepped back, but the wall pressed against her spine. No escape. The figure leaned forward. Its face was not a face. It was hollow, empty. Only the glow inside gave it form. The princess gripped her chest, praying for strength. But the air was heavy, her words swallowed before they left her lips. The figure raised the broken crown higher. For an instant, the red glow returned beneath the earth, pulsing stronger than before. The cave's walls shivered, dust falling like rain. And then, the voices returned. Not whispers. Not chants. But cries. Screams. Dozens. Hundreds. The cries of those who had come before her. Their sorrow filled the air, twisting into her ears until tears stung her eyes. The figure lowered the crown toward her head. Closer. Closer. She felt the weight of it already, though it had not touched her. Her skin burned as if fire was crawling beneath it. And then, the cave itself roared. A deep, thunderous sound, shaking every stone, every bone in her body. The crown stopped inches above her head. The figure froze, its hollow eyes fixed on her. The roar grew louder, as though something else, something greater, was waking deep within the earth. The roar shook the ground so violently that the princess fell to her knees. Her palms struck the cold stone, scraping against the rough surface. The echo of the roar did not fade. It rolled, wave after wave, through the cave, rattling every corner. The walls groaned like an old beast waking from a long slumber. The figure before her tilted its head, as if listening. Its hollow face turned toward the crack in the earth. The broken crown in its hand trembled. Pieces of it fell, vanishing into the red glow below. The princess tried to crawl away, but the ground split wider. A flood of heat burst upward, scorching her cheeks. Her vision blurred as the red light engulfed the cave. From the depths, a shape began to rise. Not smoke. Not shadow. Something solid. Something alive. A claw, jagged like stone, broke through the crack. It was massive, each talon sharp enough to pierce rock. Another claw followed, gripping the edge of the earth, pulling something enormous upward. The princess's heart pounded so hard it hurt. She pressed her back against the wall, desperate to vanish into it. The figure with the glowing eyes stepped aside, lowering its head, as though bowing. From the earth, a colossal head emerged. Covered in scales black as night. Eyes burning with fire. Its breath filled the cavern with smoke and ash. The creature opened its mouth slowly. The sound that followed was neither a roar nor a scream. It was a voice. Deep. Ancient. And it spoke one word. The princess's name, The princess froze, her name echoing in the cavern, spoken by the creature itself. Her fear was sharp, yet in that moment, she noticed something strange. The fire in its eyes was not rage. It was sorrow. The figure with the glowing crown lowered its head, as if awaiting her choice. The voices of the lost souls quieted. The cave grew still. The princess pressed her trembling hands together. She whispered softly, not in fear, but in compassion. "I am not here to take your place. I am here to understand." The great beast lowered its massive head, smoke drifting from its breath. The broken crown crumbled to dust in the figure's hand. The cries of the cave faded, leaving behind only silence. The red glow dimmed, swallowed again by the earth. The figure and the creature slowly sank back into the shadows. The cave released one last sigh, as if relieved. And then, darkness. The princess stumbled back toward the mouth of the cave. Her legs were weak, but her heart carried a new strength. When she stepped out into the forest, the air was warm, the sun breaking through the trees. She removed her crown and held it close to her chest. She finally understood. Pride can lead one into darkness, but humility and compassion can guide one back to the light. And so she returned to her kingdom, not as a ruler of gold and jewels, but as a ruler of wisdom and kindness. The cave remained behind her, silent once more, guarding its secrets. But the princess knew, she had faced its truth and carried its lesson forever.